Hi, I'm Marie.
And I'm Rosa.
And this is All the Planner Things.
Hey y'all, we're back.
Hello.
Welcome back to All the Planner Things. I'm Rosa.
I'm Marie. And this is episode 8, and it is severely delayed.
Severely. But that's the point of our topic today, right?
Yes, today's topic is when plans go bad. Or just don't happen, basically.
And as you can tell, we had some of that lately.
I don't know what has been going on, but I can't believe we're in March. Like, February just, poofed.
Be gone.
And yeah, I have no idea how time is flying. So, sorry if you've missed us. We've missed recording, and we're happy we're back. And hopefully we'll start getting on a more regular schedule.
And I know we keep saying that, but stuff happens. We try.
Let's just say, how about just we'll try once a month?
Yeah.
And if we do more than that, yay.
Bonus episode.
Right. So we'll see how things go. Because we have plans. We planned them. We planned our plans of our podcast. And yeah, so we've got stuff in the works, in our brains at least.
And in our planners.
But
it just doesn't get executed because life happens, right?
Right.
I think the last 3 years has been one of those, obviously,
right.
Pandemic-wise.
Mm-hmm.
But last year for me was one of those major ones. I feel like the first year, and then, I want to say, I know we're not over, are we over the pandemic?
I think officially they've announced that it's over, which
okay.
is kind of crazy.
So then I'll go and say, the first year and the last year of the pandemic were a hot mess for me. The first year because I had all these things in my planner planned out.
Yeah.
And then the world shut down.
Yeah. And we didn't know. Everyone said, it'll shut down for 2 weeks.
And 3 years later.
Yeah.
And then the last year was okay, everything's going back. I can make plans again. And it went to hell. Excuse language. So that to me has been crazy. I don't know what the middle year, I guess I was playing it by ear maybe.
I was going to say, what happened in that golden year? Apparently.
I think I got into the groove of being at home. Yeah. Of just planning stuff at home.
Yeah, I was this is our reality, and we're just not going to go anywhere. And if we do have to go out, we're going to be super careful.
You had to really plan out things. Mm-hmm. And then since we stayed home all the time, we never got sick. So, right. Oh no, I lie. Second year was pretty bad too. I think I have repressed memories.
Maybe that's it.
Because as we recall, my father-in-law passed away.
Oh, that was that year.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then my child was in the hospital.
That was the same year?
Yeah. So no.
Oh my gosh.
I just forget everything I just said. I just blocked that year out of my mind.
I just think that so much had happened. It's a blur. And it all just kind of ran together.
Since I was yeah, it's fine. We planned everything. It was great.
Yeah, no.
No.
No, that was bad.
That was bad.
Well, was that the year that we had our vaccines too? So we were oh, everything's going to change now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we're so excited. We were we're going to be some of the first people to get this.
And then we're fine.
And everything was going to be fine. And we're going to go back to normal immediately.
Nope.
So, well,
what do you do when plans go bad? What do we do? How do we handle it?
Right. How does this affect our lives, our plans? I mean, that's a big question. I mean, I have lots and lots of canceled stickers now.
I love my canceled stickers. I had some really just script canceled stickers, and those are out. And then I was I need to get some cuter ones because they're making a big prominent part of my planner, so at least it look cute. So I like the ones that are highlighted. Mm-hmm. They look highlighted and they go, "Not today," or "Not gonna happen." Mm-hmm. And then there's the ones where the adult ones. F this. Oh. I like those.
The adult language ones.
Yeah.
I think I have several. I have 2 different. You guys all know how I love my Shine Sticker Studio stickers because they're so colorful and bright. I have a holographic.
Oh, those are cute.
Canceled one. I'll have to put that in the pictures. And then I have this one's halfway used. It's not the adult language one, but it's epic fail, maybe later, never mind.
I have a version of this one, but it's a little smaller and it has like try again and all that. But I love the ones that say, maybe later. Those are cute.
Yeah.
I need more of those.
I know. I need like just a whole washi roll. You know how like Simply Gilded has like the tape that like you can perforate and it has like headings and things?
Oh yeah.
I need one just all canceled. Just different designs, different colors. Just a whole roll of canceled.
Yeah.
Maybe postponed if I want to feel.
I have
hopeful.
postponed ones, or rescheduled. I like that one.
Rescheduled,
because then it gives you hope that one day we'll go again.
I even do that for work. Like so many of my meetings and this one group that I work with are constantly postponed or canceled or postponed and then later canceled.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I could use a lot more of those. So let's see. I had a few notes about what we're going to talk about today. So we talked about COVID interruptions. Did you like have to cancel any like travel plans and stuff? I know we talked about travel plans last episode.
Let's see. Last year was my COVID year. Like last year, my whole family at one point or another got COVID. It all started earlier in the year when I got it, and then my son got it after me, or kind of like around the same time. I left my house. So I actually did use my planner for that. We did have, everything was canceled because that was the week that we had a field trip with the school, and we had like a long weekend. Like I think it was around Memorial Day, kind of long weekend type of thing.
It was like May.
Yeah, and so we had planned of maybe going camping. If I remember that. Oh no, and then there was like a fair coming up that I was wanting to take the family, and so that all went out the window.
Yeah.
My work, so that one I had to like, and then originally then it was just gonna be my husband and my child going on their own, and then my son got sick and he ended up in the hospital. So I did document it in my planner. I have and it's just like canceled, but I didn't put cancel big because I kind of documented every day. I was like day 1. Day 2, and I think I was just trying to keep myself sane because I was alone.
Yeah.
I completely secluded and I was alone, and the seclusion does get to you when you're in a room and you're not feeling good. So I'm like, just gonna write how I feel.
Yeah.
Writing my memoir, day 1. Alone in the island. I'm just kidding. For someone to find one day. No, I'm just playing. But so that's what happened then. But then for the second bout, me and my son were the only ones who didn't get it. That was the end of the year. And that was during Thanksgiving. So we had to cancel plans. We weren't going to travel, but in theory, people were going to come to us, and I'm the dinner maker and everything. So all of that got canceled. So thankfully, I didn't have to reschedule any flights or anything like that. But on our first year,
I was just going to say that was what I wrote in my notes, how we were going to go to PlannerCon for would that have been our 3rd year?
That would have been our 3rd year, 2020.
And so we literally like a week before or a few days before, I feel like it was really short notice.
It was short notice because we were planning on going. I think it was like maybe a couple of days, if not.
That we found out that, something big was coming, and that you probably don't want to be traveling. I think we had that kind of idea in our head. Like we, of course, couldn't figure out exactly how big this was going to get.
We knew because, we knew, at least I knew, I had been following this virus since, December. But we didn't know what the reaction or the response was going to be from here. So we didn't know that shutdown was coming. I just knew that I was following this, and I was like, I don't know, do I want to be traveling around people? Because this seems really contagious. Is this the right thing to do? But we didn't know that a shutdown was coming. At least I didn't know. But
I think I was afraid. I think that's either my grandmother was very sick or she had just passed, and I was like determined to not be that far away from home and not be able to get back in time for, I think she had just passed.
I think,
and we were planning the funeral, and I was like, I'm not going to miss that.
Yeah.
So there was 4 of us going to go together, or 5?
5 of us. We were going to be a big group
at that time. Oh man. And kind of very very short notice, we decided, no, we're going to cancel because we don't feel safe going. And I'm kind of glad we did, because then I heard it got shut down like the second day or something. Like they evacuated everybody, I think.
Yeah, it was
something
happened. I don't remember. I remember seeing, and I think it happened, but like a lot of vendors couldn't show up because things were shut down. And just, it wasn't as robust as it was planned to be. And so I'm glad I stayed home with my family instead of going to something like that and be disappointed or be worried the whole time.
Nervous. That's why I would have been scared the whole time and just be like, what are we doing? Why are we not home with our families right now? So,
and I guess we should tell my audience that I am a huge prepper. I'm like, I am a Walking Dead type of fan. I have always thought. So the minute they, if anyone knows the movie Outbreak, that's my thing. And so that was my fear. I was like, oh my God, what if this is only the city and they close all the city and we won't be near our family. And so, I escalated that quickly in my head more than I should have, but I didn't, because obviously that did happen. Everything got shut down, but that was my fear. So,
well, also you guys got to know that Rosa almost studied to be an epidemiologist at one point.
Yes.
So she knows her outbreak.
Yes.
Stuff.
I think that movie actually inspired me. But anywho, that caused hotel issues, because we had a hotel already,
Yeah, we had our hotel, we had our flights.
And so, and back then it wasn't so easy. I mean, not that it is now, but I think because of the flexibility of everything that had to be, a lot of things are now refundable, or were during the pandemic. Things came it's okay, but back then it was hard. I remember we were having such a hard time canceling everything. I think I had to reach out by phone, by email, and then by Twitter for my flight, and ended up getting a credit that I never used, and I'm sure it's expired by now anyway. So, yeah, but at least we got our hotel back.
Yeah, that one thankfully wasn't as hard to cancel. But yeah, I'm, especially now, now that, we're quote unquote back to normal, I still look out for refundable fares for everywhere if I can, or hotel stays that you can cancel up to just 3 days notice, things like that. Because I feel while I'm hoping that the worst is behind us, you just never know these days. And I want to at least feel like I have a little control over that.
We have learned to be more flexible, I think.
Yeah.
I think with plans, because they're well, I have plane tickets, I gotta go. I think I can say, that's it, we gotta go. And I actually remember us feeling that way for a little bit, we already paid for this. Are we overreacting?
I know.
But now it's no, we have to be flexible.
Right.
So at least at least back then. Well, how about you? Did you have to cancel any other plans lately?
I know we weren't going to travel. We were being very careful in the beginning, especially. And so I think it was the second year that we got invited by friends to go travel internationally.
Oh, yeah.
During the summer when the kids were out of school. I think, were the kids back in school at that point? I think they had just gone back. My daughter had just gone back, I think. They had all their safety precautions for spring onward or something. And so, our friends were we can travel now. It's okay. We'll just be careful. We'll do all this stuff. And I just wasn't quite ready. And so I had to keep telling my friend, not yet. And then they'd be well, let's go here instead. And I'm I'm not ready. I'm not there yet. So I didn't have to cancel anything, but I wasn't quite committing to things yet. But I think even I almost said PlannerCon again. Go Wild. Go Wild was in our state that year.
Yes.
Was it last year?
It was
last year. Last year. And so it was at Anaheim. Oh. And I was oh my gosh, this is going to be the first time that it's so close that we could possibly drive, and we wouldn't have to worry about flights. We maybe wouldn't even have to worry about a hotel, depending on how much we wanted to drive. But I was still nervous about being in a crowd that big. I wasn't quite ready yet.
I definitely wasn't. Which is funny, because then I ended up getting COVID anyway. But still, that was my fear. And like, regardless, I knew that you couldn't prevent it for so long. But we just weren't ready. It was just a big crowd. I mean, you always got to do what's safe for you, what you feel comfortable doing. And I don't ever, judge anybody who's out doing things. Even back then, I'm like, if you're comfortable doing that, go for it. You're happy. I got, good on you. But I wasn't quite ready yet. Which is kind of funny because I also ended up traveling more than I intended to those few years.
Yeah.
If you think about it. So, I mean, that year, I ended up going on a trip. And I remember our first trip there, and I was just like wearing a mask and a thing. And I was like, what am I doing? Why am I getting on a plane? But sometimes like, I gotta go.
Face shield.
Face shield. That thing. That thing. I'm gesturing with my face, and I realized, with my hands, and you guys can't see me. But
we need to do video podcasts in the future.
So I talk with my hands a lot, but I meant the face shield. I had like a mask and a face shield on, and I'm amazed I didn't go out with like that
hazmat
suit on. But yeah, I did travel. Some of it was not planned, like my father-in-law's funeral. That was an international flight, and that was scary. But it happened. When plans don't go according, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you plan to stay home and you can't.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, is plans have to be flexible in all sorts of ways. And like you said, we've tried to learn.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Do you get annoyed when plans change?
I used to.
Mm-hmm.
I was so annoyed when people would cancel on me, and no, it's in my planner. Even when I was younger, like, I just had a regular old, like, those agendas that you get, like, a Target or something. Mm-hmm. But I was also a student, so I had to have some type of agenda. And I would get so angry if my friends wouldn't go. Like, I scheduled it in my planner, and you cancel on me. One time, this is so embarrassing now. They did that to me for my birthday. One by one. All had valid reasons, I think, to cancel, but on the day of, canceled on me. I was so upset that this is Myspace time. You're gonna get see me. I changed the colors on my Myspace to like a really like sad. I put such a lonely day on my background music.
Oh my gosh. And this was on your birthday?
Yeah, it was on my birthday, and I had like a little slideshow of friends, like, such a lonely day. Such a drama queen. And I didn't, I fielded calls. I wouldn't answer anyone's calls after that. My best friend had to come look for me at work.
Oh my gosh.
I can be a drama queen. So I hate it when, things got canceled. Mm-hmm. But now, COVID made me be flexible, I think.
Yeah.
Or maybe having kids made me be flexible. But even that, I don't know. Like, I was very a stickler to plans. Time, everything. And I feel like the last few years I've been like, what are you going to do? What am I going to do? Like, you got to roll with the punches. Mm-hmm. You got to roll with the punches. What about you?
It used to really bug me. Like, and it's still little things and it's ridiculous the things that annoy or frustrate. I think frustrate me more than annoy me. Like, if my child gets sick and has to miss like a birthday party that we had wanted to go to, like a family, whatever, a couple families getting together or something, or even when she just has to miss school, like, I get so worried.
Oh,
because I'm like, oh my gosh, what if she's missing something important? And it's always things that I know she'll catch up on. It'll be fine. I have to focus on her health and her being better more than anything. But yeah, like, I used to feel so bad pre-COVID. That's the thing. Okay, so before COVID, and if my kid was sick and we were supposed to go to a party, and I'd have to like text somebody and be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, my kid's sick, we can't come. Like, I'd feel so bad. But now I feel like people are like, yes, please keep your little germ person away from us because we do not want to catch anything. And so I don't feel so bad anymore about that, which I think is good for my mental health.
Yes. Oh, yes, I remember those. And I think that was personally for me, like even when I used to be sick, but I committed to someone or something. And no matter how sick I was, which in hindsight, that's terrible. Fever and all, I committed to help you or give you a ride, what have you. I was like, here I go. But I committed to it. I didn't want to do it. I'm sick. And I could have just told people, hey, I'm sick.
Yeah.
But I went anyways. And now I'm like, hey, I have a fever. Don't come.
Yeah.
Please don't come. So it gives me an out.
Right.
I think it gives us an out now.
Yeah. It does. I mean, it's not like one that I'm ever faking, just everybody who's listening who knows me. I swear that somebody in the family is actually sick, but we never get all sick at the same time, hardly. Well, my daughter and I had COVID at the same time.
Yeah.
But rarely do we actually like catch a cold or anything at the same time. It goes through the house first in order. So yeah. But yeah, it's nice to have people that understand. Yeah, please.
Yeah. You're
not feeling well. Stay home. And I mean, I'm sure people were thinking that before, but I didn't get it.
Yeah, I think we're similar, but I'm a people pleaser.
Yeah.
And I hated letting people down.
Yes.
So COVID helped me with my boundary setting, I guess.
Right.
And so I don't want to let anyone down. I promised this person I would do this for them. I can't let them down. But it's like, well, you can't let yourself down either.
Yeah.
You need to take care of you.
Right.
Still learning that one. But yeah.
You know, they keep saying like when you're on the airplane and do the safety message and put your own oxygen mask on before you put on others.
Yeah.
So I feel ya. But yeah, I do. I feel a sense of duty if I said I was going to do something, and then I feel terrible if I can't do it.
Yeah.
But now, that was before. Now I'm getting very good at saying sorry, no, and keeping some boundaries so I get a little bit more me time, although my schedule is starting to build back up again. But like I say, it's all stuff I like to do, and it's all people I want to see, and it's all, you know, but I'm trying to carve in a little bit more, like, no, we're going to be overloaded that weekend. We can't do this thing.
No back-to-back parties.
No back-to-back things, if we can help it. It's so hard.
It is. I think, you know, like you said, as things are new normal, but pretty much normal, it's hard to say no to things. It's hard to rely on, at least I think I was relying on that excuse a lot. That was my buffer, like, no, COVID. we're very strict on this. We can't go.
Right.
And now it's like, okay, well, I guess I have a duty to go, even though I don't feel 100%. And that's one of the reasons why we had to postpone a lot of this year, I think, right?
Our recordings.
Yeah.
We've all had people in our lives or us getting sick.
Yeah, and not necessarily like, you know, like COVID sick, just like other things
Cold.
that exist, you know, procedures. I had a procedure done.
Yes. And you needed time to recover from that. And it was like, yeah, take your time.
Yeah, but, you know, I was starting to feel guilty. Like, dang, we promised. I'm letting them down again.
I did feel that. That's why I was like, you know what? I'm going to post something on our Instagram being like, hey, we're on a pause. It's a little hiatus, but it's okay to say no to things, and it's okay to say we'll be back soon.
No one's changing their Myspace and putting such a lonely day.
No.
And I just wondered how many of our listeners out there know what Myspace is.
Let us know. Send us a message either on Instagram or email.
Okay, we're back.
I think.
Yeah. I was choking because I had some food and I was trying one of spicy hot sauce. What's it called?
Hot Ones.
Hot Ones.
So I just introduced Rosa to the Hot Ones, the First We Feast channel on YouTube, and the Hot Ones series. Yeah, I guess it's called, where they interview celebrities while they're eating spicier and spicier chicken wings, or sometimes cauliflower wings if they're vegan. I've noticed they've done that before. But anyways, my daughter found a little. It's actually part of a game. I think we didn't throw it away, but we put away the game part of it. And we kept a little tiny hot sauce bottle of the Last Dab, and it's really spicy. I'm trying to see if it has the Scoville unit on it. And I don't see it, although it's really, really tiny printing because it's a tiny little bottle. But it's Pepper X. It just says heat level 10 out of 10 over here.
Oh.
It's not showing the Scoville. I'm sure you could find it online. But it's the Hot Ones Hot Sauce, the last dab. Because Rosa loves hot sauce. She loves spicy stuff. This girl will eat just peppers raw.
Oh, yeah. Remember my Serrano crunch?
Yeah.
But anywho, I put a little bit on my food and it was fine. I'm like, oh, it's not that bad. And then I'm all like, oh, I'm getting like a delayed feeling here. And this was a while ago. So I was choking a little bit right now.
Half an hour.
Yeah.
Come back up now. I was like, woo.
It's a delayed cake, y'all. That's all.
It's really spicy. But if you like spicy stuff, I recommend. But yeah, so that's where we are.
That's where we've been. That's where we've been. We've been coping. We've had a lot of storms here lately too, so
it is pouring down rain
again,
which is not normal for us. It's been a very wet few months.
Yeah, which I'm loving, by the way. I'm totally loving it. I don't want to think about. I know everyone's like, we need spring, we need summer, and I'm like, more rain, please. More rain, please.
No,
yeah,
no, it's been enough. It's good. I know we need it. We live in a desert. It's important, but I live where I live to not have seasons and weather.
I think I'm in hibernation mode still. I think that's what it is. Like, I don't want to come out yet.
It just, this kind of stuff makes me just very tired and wants to just like snuggle on the couch with a cup of tea and a good book.
Yes, that sounds like heaven. That sounds like my vacation to me. Like, if you told me that was what you planned for a vacation for me, I'd be like, thank you. It's my dream.
You need to just have a vacation for one, a staycation. Somewhere.
Yeah.
And send the family away. You can have a little private time.
Maybe. Then I'll feel
guilty. Yeah, I know. I do the same thing.
And then I would miss them, and then I wouldn't enjoy my quality time, and then I'd be calling them, and then I would waste all my time, and it escalated quickly.
Oh, what else is going around in the planning world right now?
Well, you mentioned Go Wild. Go Wild just finished, I think.
It came, yeah. I think it was last week.
Yeah?
Yeah, last week only. Oh, I love looking at all the pictures on Instagram and on the Facebook group. Wish we would have been there.
I know. Everyone looked like they had so much fun. We've always said this. The planner community is so... I don't know how to, but it's just so lovely when we all get together, and it's like you're among your people, and they get you. They get you. You get your washi. They get your stickers. They get your planners. They get your pen dilemmas. So it's so nice, and you can see all the bonding going on, and they're like, "Oh, I missed out."
Yeah.
And I've never been to Go Wild.
I know, me neither.
I want to go.
I came close a couple times. Like, I really wanted to go to Vegas, I think, when it was there. And I think by the time I saw, it was all sold out.
Oh, okay.
So that's why, like, when it was at Anaheim, I was like, oh my gosh, this is like my chance. I could do it. But I just didn't. I chickened out because I wouldn't have my buddy there. And I just, like I said earlier, I wasn't ready. But, and then
I was scared to Go Wild, actually.
Yeah, intimidated?
Yeah, no, I was scared to go.
Oh.
But intimidated is a good word. Like, there's so many people, and there's so many different people, and I am an introvert.
That's right.
And so I think Go Wild they have a big community of people that all know each other now. Like, they've been going on for a lot longer, right?
Yeah.
That I know of. And so I'm intimidated that all these people know each other, and here I am, an outsider. That's how I would see myself.
Aww.
And so that's why part of me has been hesitant to go, because I'm like, oh, but I'm an outsider. And so we started slow with our other one, and that I was like, okay, I don't feel so much like an outsider. But that one's a small one and has its own issues. But Go Wild is like the big one. All the major people I feel like we know
I
go to this.
Right. Like I feel I would be nervous because it's like planner celebrities. Like all these people that I follow are there and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know. Like you have all like the major planner celebrities, you have the stores, you have like all these major that have a big social media presence are there.
Shop owners.
And shop owners. Like, and so it's kind of like intimidating. I guess that was the good word. People are posting their things up right now. Yeah. Not like their YouTube videos. I think they're coming up soon. But some people are posting like stories and stuff. And I think Jen Plans did a Q&A one. And she did a social norming poll and posted the results because someone asked like what do you want to know about Go Wild, about going next time or whatever, and that person said, do you have to have a big presence, social media presence to go to this? And she's like, I don't think so, let's see. And like more than 50% didn't have a social media presence to this, and they're like, see, like you think that is one way, your perception is one way. So that's when I'm like, okay, maybe I will go next time. I won't be intimidated, and people seem so welcoming to other people. Like that was the first time, so I'm seeing the post, and then they're like, everyone was so nice to me. It's my first time, and I'm like, okay. I still gonna need a partner. I'm not going alone.
Oh heck no! We're gonna go.
I give props to people who go alone. Like the YOLO. No, that's something else. Anyways, solo. Solo. No. The hot sauce getting to my brain. But those people that go alone, like I give them props and I admire them, but I'm not there yet.
But this community is so great for reaching out to people. They're so sweet and so welcoming. So I think if it worked out with the time and the location, and if I could make it all work, if I had to go alone, I think I'd be okay doing it, but I would much prefer to have my friend or
I can see you going alone. Like you would be one of those people that went alone and came back with a whole bunch of new friends. I can see that happening. You're very friendly and like very outgoing.
As I've gotten older, though, I've gotten less outgoing.
And very knowledgeable of everything.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Well, you just seem to be able to have a conversation. Remember me? People talk to me and go, I go mute.
That's not true.
I can't speak. I go mute.
Not true. No.
That's the girl on the podcast.
She's just faking. No. She's very sociable when needed to be.
When need to, but I like to hide. I hibernate. Back to hibernation.
But yeah, so I mean, I'm hoping maybe 2024 could be our year.
Yeah.
Where do you think it might be? They have not announced. No. And they probably won't announce the location till fall, I think I read somewhere. I think only once I read that they actually announced the next location at the very end of the one. So it's going to be a while, but I see people kind of like throwing their ideas out there where it could be. Where would you like it to be?
Here. I know it's not happening, but at least it's here. Just at least we'll save on like
LA Convention Center?
Or like California, we'll save on like
what about like San Diego?
Oh yeah, see, we would save on flights. Flights are so expensive now. San
Francisco?
That would require a flight.
You'd like to drive to San Francisco though.
I like other people to drive to San Francisco.
I was like,
to drive to San Francisco, it's not the length, it's just that you go through some parts of San Francisco, like between the state that are like very lonely.
Mm-hmm. Like the farmland area?
Yeah, the farmland. Like
not a lot.
Some of them remind me of that movie, like the banjo. That sounds terrible, but I'll be afraid. Like I get true crimes. That's how true crime starts. That's my catchphrase.
Rose's other what would I say? Passion is true crime,
and I just can't see it. Just two girls driving up alone. No. So San Diego I can do because I did it all the time. That's where I went to school. I commuted weirdly enough. I know. Long commute. That was a long commute. I don't know how I did that, but I can see myself doing that drive more than the California up north. Up north.
It's all California.
I know, but the Northern California.
Northern California.
And you have to go through Central California. No offense, peeps. So it's a longer drive.
Yeah.
Now, with my back, I don't know if I can handle a long drive.
That's a lot of time in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm somebody who, like, if it's more than 2 hours in a car, like, I have to get out. Like, I get too stiff. I'm very uncomfortable. I can't do it.
I could do Arizona.
Yeah?
I've driven to Arizona many a time.
How many hours does that take you usually?
Depends on how many stops you make, who you're with, and all that. But, I mean, average is about a 5 to 6 hour drive. Mm-hmm. Not too bad. You know, do it at night. But I don't know, like, I'm assuming they're picking places where you could have, like, a lot of, like, tourist stuff, too, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know what we would do in Arizona. I mean, I there's a lot of nice things to do in Phoenix, Arizona, or other places, but I don't know if that's...
I mean, I think they're probably going to look for a state that has a large convention center area and hotels that will be able to hold everybody. I can't remember. Did they say it was like 1,200 attendees this time? I can't. I have to look that up. Sorry, don't quote me on that.
There's a lot of people, though, and people are asking for a warmer climate, though. So maybe somewhere south.
What about, like, Atlanta?
I've heard people mention Atlanta. That's been because I told you people want warmer climate. They were in. I'm pretty sure Washington D.C. was cold.
It probably was right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know there's a few people like Julie's Plans. Julie. I can't say it. Julie's Plans. Or Julie Plans.
That is Julie Plans.
Julie Plans.
Yes.
I love her. She's in Atlanta right now, and I think there's a. I want to say there was an Atlanta Planner Conference, like a local one.
Oh, really?
I read about. I don't know how recently, but I could have sworn I saw pictures of one from somewhere. So there might be, a nice little planner community already there. I would love Atlanta. My brother-in-law and his wife live there, so I've only been out once, and I'd love to go back again.
Yeah.
So that would be kind of nice. I know people have been floating around Orlando too.
Oh yeah, people want to go to Disney
World. Yeah, that would be fun. That would be oh my gosh, if I went, that would be a very expensive trip because I would definitely have to hit up Disney World, more than like a day or two.
I know. I've never been to Disney World.
Oh.
And that would be a very expensive trip.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, I think that would be fun. But now I'm like, financially, I'm hoping maybe not there.
Because I'm like, then do I have to take my family with me?
Right. I mean, you can't go to Disney World without the whole family. I mean, you could, but...
I'm like, let me try it out for y'all and see if you'll like it.
You'll be the tester.
I'll be the tester.
Yeah.
But no, I would have to take them. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else have they said? I know some people want it back in Texas because I know Texas.
They went to Austin.
Yeah. And people always want to go back to Texas.
Yeah, that was, I don't know if that was like the first one, but it was a big one. I remember that.
Who mentioned? I forgot. There's a couple of central states that they mentioned. Is it Tennessee? Or Kentucky?
I don't know. I think there was one post on the Facebook page, but where would you like it? And there was I don't know, at least 500 comments. And so I think every state got mentioned at some point.
I know someone mentioned, would you guys ever consider going up here to Canada, Ontario?
Oh.
Yeah, so I mean, it wouldn't be warmer, but
no,
but it would.
I've always wanted to go to Canada. I've never been.
So
yeah. Well, where do you guys think it might be?
Well, we'll be one of those polls again. Where do you want it to go? We'll get 500 answers.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Hawaii.
Oh, Jam Plans mentioned Hawaii. She even coined something already. Let me
really?
See. Let me see
if
I can find it. She's funny. She had her location. I don't know if I can find her post, but some people have already created tags.
Really?
They're like, how about this? Yeah, I don't know. I think it was a story of hers, so I can't. Yeah,
find it.
And I can't find it, but it was really funny because she made a cute term out of Hawaii. And which one else? There was two that she coined. It was pretty funny. And I was like, oh, okay, well, it's already there. You know, it already has going wild in it. But ideally, a little closer to us, less, right? So we wouldn't have to financially. I mean, if anything, and from what I've been reading, if you want to go, you got to start planning now. Financially, you got to start budgeting for it now.
I've seen people who have been posting their like their tally of what they spent on everything, and so to give people an idea, which I think is great. So far, I think the ones I've seen specifically were people that drove in, so they didn't have the flight to think about. But yeah, I think that's what the biggest thing I heard is that, all right, you want to go next year, start saving now.
Yeah, and I think that's like the most expensive thing. Mine is, I guess, the tickets. I don't know. Would be flight and boarding, right?
Yeah.
And we talked about that in our other, but like that's the majority of your budget, like especially if you have to fly in.
Yeah.
You know, and then if you're staying, hotels are expensive, unless you room. Yeah. So, I guess we'll have to start doing our budget.
Yeah. Let's start saving now. Start my own little sinking fund for Go Wild.
Is it always around the same time? Do we know?
I want to say it's usually springtime.
But this time it was winter.
Well, it was March.
Still winter.
I guess it's still winter. So never mind. I want to say it's always early. It's usually early March, I thought, but I could totally. I'm like,
I don't know what, but that also, that's something to factor in.
Time of year,
location,
weather, right, and all that fun stuff.
But yeah, start financially planning now, and hope that when plans go wrong, it doesn't happen to you.
Right.
Yeah. They were in New Orleans, Nashville, Austin, and Las Vegas.
Okay, so those are places they won't return to
and
this soon. So
looks like Atlanta, Georgia's
I'm gonna
good.
I'm hoping. I'm gonna cross my fingers. And see, I could have my family come, and then they can go hang out with family, and then I can do conventioning. This was fun. Hey, we started doing it again. Yay! So hopefully we will be back with you very soon. In the meantime, if you have Instagram, check us out at All the Planner Things Podcast, or you can always send us a note on our email, alltheplannerthingspodcast@gmail.com. And we hope everyone's going well, and I hope nobody's plans are getting changed, going wrong, or anything right now.
And if they do, don't put sappy songs to it.
And if they do, it's okay. That's what I'm saying. It's okay when things don't go to plan. All right?
All right.
Take care.
Bye.
Talk to you soon. Bye.